I was like, get the fuck out.
Hey, y'all. How is everyone doing? Your phone.
It's you.
Hey, everyone. Sorry, y'all. My mom called me. How's everyone doing? Hi, Connie, Red Eye, Erica, Shay, Shay, you want to come up? I'll drop the link just in case you want to. You feel like it. Hey, small town. How's everyone doing? Hey, Trista. I'm pretty sure Brittany is going to join. She told me she was. So I wonder, I'm going to drop the link in Discord. Same here. I'm in my bed watching my husband play video games while I do this live on Adam. Okay, so I'm curious, has all y'all, I'm assuming y'all have heard about Harmony. I've been covering her since the day she went missing. Well, the day we found out she went missing. It was getting cold in Michigan, I bet. Hey, Megan. It's not too bad here in Georgia yet. We had a few bad days. If y'all would do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for me, I would greatly appreciate it when y'all come in. Let me type up a banner real quick. I'm here. Give me just a second, y'all. Thank you, small town. I'm going to give it just a little bit. Hey, cool gamer. I'm going to give it a little bit before I get started for people to come in. I just typed that whole banner and it deleted, of course. Okay, now let's start talking. I'm sorry, everyone. Hey, everyone coming in. Hi, Eerie Fairy. Oh, I love nature walks. They soothe my soul so very much. Shabanae said she's coming on in 1 second. So I have the, what is it called? What is this? Would you say this is?
Too me to read.
Too little for him to read. It's the State of New Hampshire versus Adam Montgomery. And then it says state's objection to defendant's motion to preclude testimony of Kayla Montgomery. So I have all that. And I guess this is Kayla's testimony. So I had a feeling she was going to say something. I just had that feeling she was going to be the one that talked about this in the end, and looks like that's what happened. And that's the whole reason why they went to Harmony Montgomery's last known residence and took out the fridge and everything. I know, sweet Harmony. It breaks my heart. It's so sad. We'll get in it in just a minute. I'm going to make sure I got... okay. All right, y'all. I'm going to bring up first. Let me go to this article. And I'll share this with y'all. I think this is it. So this was just released today. I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all remember when Adam and I think Kelsey got pulled over and they were talking? I guess he was questioned and it was in his car. This wasn't that long after, I believe, Harmony was reported missing. So they have that footage was released. And I'm going to go to it. I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a second. So I want to wait until some more people come on, but hold on, let me... Oh, there's... Hold on.
Hey. Hey, girl. What's going on?
How are you?
I'm good. And yourself?
I am good. Have you seen this body cam footage that was released?
Of what?
Do you remember when Adam was pulled over? I think it was he was found sleeping in his car in a parking lot in 2021. Police came to go speak to him, and he was with his girlfriend Kayla, who's now dead also. I think that was with. It was
yeah,
with.
I've never seen that.
Okay. Yeah, it was with his girlfriend Kayla. So this is the body cam footage, and it was released today. So I want to
No
go over
way.
that. Yes. And then I want to go over, if I can find it. It's
Do you think they're starting to release more because the LE presser, or what
yeah.
are you thinking?
Yeah. And because he was charged.
This will be interesting.
Yep. So
Oh my goodness.
I'm wondering which one I should play it on. Because this one,
Up to you, girl.
I don't know. I guess I'll play it on
Are
this.
you about to share your screen?
Yeah. I was just
Okay.
thinking if like the website would be better if I go to the actual YouTube thing and do it. But I think it's the same. Okay, we're just going to do it this way.
Okay, girl.
I'm
sure it'll be great.
Right?
Go for it.
Hey, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, I'm not going to be able to see my
I've been
screen.
deep diving on this to catch up with you.
Yes, it's heartbreaking. DCS failed her. Can y'all see that?
I think our heads are in the way. Or are they? No, maybe not. Yeah, they're in the way.
Oh. Okay, let me see if I can do
Like
that.
our tiles. You might have to hide them or something. I don't know how to do that. Never played in there.
Let me try to share it this way. Oh, let me do this. Hold on. No. No. There.
I think you gotta turn audio on first, right? There you
go. But I'm gonna. Sorry, guys. Hang in with me. Okay.
Is everybody having a good evening? Yes.
Is that better? It's gonna load.
Looks good to
Hold
me.
on, let me take away this comment. Okay.
The moment police first questioned Adam Montgomery about the disappearance of his daughter, Harmony. Prosecutors now believe that he murdered her.
WBZ obtained some of the evidence that prosecutors have used to build their case, and it shows Harmony's stepmother was the first to tell detectives what happened to the little girl. WBZ's Beth Germano has the evidence and some new information on the case against the stepmother.
Hey, keep your hands where I can see them. What's going on?
He was found sleeping in a car in a Manchester, New Hampshire parking lot on December 31st, 2021, when investigators caught up with Adam Montgomery for the first time to question him about the whereabouts of his daughter, Harmony, who hadn't been seen in 2 years and is now presumed dead.
It just seems a little strange that you don't want to tell us where she is.
All right, I got nothing else to say to you guys.
He repeatedly refused to answer questions in a 45-minute interaction, but did claim she was alive.
Your daughter's alive? Yeah. You're sure? I'm positive. You're like, swear on your life. I swear on my life.
But the body cam footage later reveals he said Harmony had been picked up by her mother around Thanksgiving in 2019, and he hadn't seen her since. And during a police interrogation following his arrest, again, he refused to cooperate.
Can you make me a promise? Like, man to man? Can you tell me that she's alive?
You're going to play the same word games that you played with me the other day.
This week, Adam Montgomery was charged with second-degree murder in the death of the little girl, whose body has never been found.
In the meantime, a plea deal may come next week in 3 charges against Harmony's stepmother, Kayla Montgomery, according to her defense attorney who appeared before a judge at Superior Court here in Manchester today.
Anytime a defendant enters a plea agreement and enters a plea, it's an indication they want to resolve the case.
She's accused of welfare fraud, receiving stolen weapons, and perjury. Court documents now also reveal that back in June, Kayla Montgomery told detectives Adam was the murderer and she should lie to police.
Is Kayla Montgomery a key witness in the case against Adam Montgomery?
That's for the state to say. I can't give you an opinion on that.
How and if she helps the case remains to be seen. Beth Germano, WBZ News.
Oh. Haunted house preview. So yeah, that's when he obviously knew. It's okay, Candace. What do y'all think about that? He just, it's not good. I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, I'm thankful she finally told to. Me too.
I just find it hard to believe it. All of these things could go so wrong and be unanswered for so long.
Yep. It's scary.
It is. It's like, you swear on your life? I don't know how he was able to have and keep children. So I saw that CPS came out there, or they had like 29 calls to CPS, and they still deemed the house suitable to live in. Is that right?
Yep. There is.
What are you thinking?
I knew from the get-go, like honestly, everybody was blaming the biological mom, Crystal, and I just did not. Yeah, she made some mistakes, but I had my eyes on Adam this whole dang time, and I knew it was just a matter of time before Kayla turned on him. Just a matter of time.
I'm kind of speechless when it comes to this case because I don't even know what to say.
It's mortifying.
Where do they go from here at this point?
So I'm wondering if this will tell us anything. I cannot. Hold on. Let me redo it because something. Just get away. Okay.
Did everybody in chat follow this case pretty well too? Good evening. Oh, Shorty speechless too. Yes, totally.
Yeah, she go missing for 2 years and no one would listen. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Erica.
The grandmother that kept calling.
It was the mom. The mom kept calling and didn't have custody. Multiple family members actually called.
I watched the great uncle of Harmony's interviews again yesterday, and he's like unable to even describe like the living conditions at the time. This was like when it first came out, and I don't know. Like I saw there was like a lot of criticism, I guess, against his interviews, but I mean, I'm sure one, it was under investigation, and two, like how could you describe that? It's like unfathomable,
right?
And you can't do anything. Like you can't just go and take a child, but you keep calling CPS.
And multiple people called CPS for Harmony and just nobody, I don't know, took it seriously, or
I wonder if like the family can go back, or like the people can sue the CPS, like the community of people, you know?
oh, I hope.
Like that's a lot. 29 times.
Yeah.
Oh, 29 too many.
The mom didn't report her as missing right away. It was a while before she did. Well, yeah, everybody followed her. I think so. She didn't see her. She last saw Harmony. And see, this is my thing that I'm confused about. She said she last saw Harmony in around Easter, like physically FaceTimed her through Easter. But in this report, it says that she is believed to be passed away, taken in December. So I'm not sure if that's the December after Crystal last saw her, or if it's the December. You know what I mean?
You look okay.
Yeah, I think a news station released like a timeline of it. It's like a small clip. I found it earlier. I might be able to find it because I don't know. Does everyone in chat know the story well? Because I see they're kind of asking questions.
She was 5 years old. 6. I think she was 5 years old when she was last seen. Let me make sure. It's been a while since we've had any updates on this case, but I'm pretty sure she was 5. Yeah, 5. I don't think she was enrolled in school. That's the thing. CPS never checked on her. She was in foster system, and they're so set on reunification that they're not really thinking about anything else, unfortunately. Okay, so I haven't read.
Mal, I sent you in back.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was gonna say I sent you in back chat a link. I guess it's from Law and Crime Network that gives like a little synopsis from a couple months ago. I mean, obviously they've had the hearing, but just in case you want to share that if people want a synopsis. So it's hard to keep the facts straight when I know you've been living it and following it.
Absolutely. So let me hold on. I'm gonna mute this, and I'll play it. I'm gonna go ahead and play this, and then if chat, do y'all want me to play this video? It's like a pause. It's basically like a refresh of everything that happened in the case. Correct, Shabanae?
Yeah, it's just a synopsis from up to a couple months ago. And then I think since then we had the hearing and charges, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Everyone's saying yes. So let me share that.
Sorry, Val, don't mean to add extra work to you.
No, you're good. What was that?
I got this from Law and Crime Network. I just searched Harmony Montgomery, and they're pretty credible.
Trying to find out where the heck it went on my end. Oh, what is it? Trying to see what it's pulling up as. Okay.
It'll say, you got it?
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll just do full screen. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't hear it.
Okay, let me try doing this. Let me pull it up a different way.
So many ways to do things. Well, this case is so sad. I just remember seeing this little girl, and she just captured my heart.
Yeah,
She's
it's
the
very
sweetest.
sad. Okay, let's see if you can.
Sachs. Now, the investigation into missing 5-year-old
Y'all
Harmony
hear it?
Montgomery shifted to a murder investigation yesterday. The New Hampshire girl disappeared between the end of November and beginning of December in 2019. And although police were not informed until over 2 years later, they're now saying that the girl was killed in early December. Now, although her remains were not found, recently discovered biological evidence led Attorney General John Formella to this conclusion. Law enforcement also removed a refrigerator from Adam and Kayla Montgomery's former residence back in June. Harmony's father, Adam, had custody of Harmony at the time of her disappearance, and although no charges have been placed against him in regards to her murder, he was charged with second-degree assault, interference with custody, and endangering the welfare of a child back in January of this year. Harmony's stepmother, Adam's estranged wife, told law enforcement that she last saw Harmony via video chat around Easter of that year, and she's been in and out of jail on charges in connection to, but not directly linked to, the Harmony's disappearance. Now, the couple told law enforcement that Harmony was brought to Massachusetts to be with her mother around Thanksgiving 2019. And after several visits from Child Protective Services, where a black eye was seen on Harmony at least once in October 2019, it is reported that abuse was not found. Now, Attorney General John Formella spoke out at a press conference yesterday. Let's give that a look.
We're here today to provide an update regarding the ongoing investigation into the 2019 disappearance of Harmony Montgomery. Back in January, we announced that then 5-year-old Harmony likely disappeared sometime between November 28th and December 10th, 2019. Since that announcement, members of my office, members of the Manchester Police Department, the U.S. Marshal Service, the FBI, and other law enforcement have devoted thousands of hours gathering evidence and pursuing numerous leads. All of these efforts have led us to conclude that Harmony Montgomery was murdered in Manchester in early December of 2019.
I have Mark Weaver, a special prosecutor in Ohio and former state deputy attorney general. They're here with me to break this down. So, Mark, what's the implication here that this investigation has been upgraded from missing person to homicide investigation? I mean, there isn't much physical evidence, it seems. It will be hard to actually prove the case on the prosecution side if they even proceed to filing any charges in homicide in this investigation.
Sorry, I don't want to play the whole thing because I don't want to get copyright.
You're all
They're
good.
gonna copyright me. But let me go to what's the second one you sent me? Was that the first or the second one?
It was the same one. I thought maybe it disappeared. I can pull the new press conference. They were letting people stream that yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Y'all, I just can't get over this dude. Like, what kind of sick person can look at that baby in the face and hurt her? And we'll still go over. If you want, I can either go over what y'all let me know in the comments if y'all want me to go over what Kayla Montgomery said about him tonight in the report, in the police report, or if y'all want me to do another live on that and just go over news articles. I figured y'all would want me to go over what she said, but it's up to y'all what y'all want. So just let me know. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever y'all want me to do.
All right, girl. I posted the link.
Awesome.
All right. It seems like this is the one that I've seen the most used.
Wow. Okay, I'm gonna run through the ads real quick.
Okay.
Okay, we'll talk about what Kayla said, because I do think it's interesting what she has to say finally, which makes me think that they definitely offered her a plea deal.
That's what I was thinking too. They had to have.
This is from yesterday, you said?
Yeah, that's like the press conference with where we stand today. Well, before Kayla gave her piece, but with the charges and what it was, what happened.
Awesome.
It seems like this case was covered a little bit, but I found more news stuff that I did content creators.
Yeah. Okay.
On the investigation into the 2019 murder of Harmony Montgomery.
Y'all here?
Good afternoon.
Yes.
New Hampshire Attorney General John Formella, and I'm joined here today by Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg and the team from the Manchester Police Department and members of my office. We're here today to provide a further update regarding the ongoing investigation into the 2019 murder of Harmony Montgomery. As you'll recall, back in January, we announced that 5-year-old Harmony likely disappeared sometime between November 28th and December 10th of 2019. In August of this year, after almost 8 months of investigative work undertaken by the Manchester Police Department, the Attorney General's Office, the U.S. Marshals Service, the FBI, and other law enforcement partners, we announced that we had concluded that 5-year-old Harmony was murdered in Manchester in early December of 2019. This conclusion was based on multiple sources of investigative information, including biological evidence. Since August, the Manchester Police Department, the Attorney General's Office, and our other law enforcement partners have continued to investigate this case in an effort to seek answers and justice for Harmony. Today, we are announcing another major step in this investigation. Earlier this morning, Adam Montgomery was arrested for the murder of Harmony Montgomery in 2019 and other related charges. Specifically, Mr. Montgomery has been charged with the following 4 crimes. Second-degree murder for recklessly causing the death of Harmony Montgomery, a person under 13 years of age, under circumstances manifesting an extreme indifference to the value of human life, by repeatedly striking Harmony in the head with a closed fist in Manchester on or about December 7, 2019. Falsifying physical evidence for purposely altering, destroying, concealing, or removing the body of Harmony Montgomery with a purpose to impair its verity or availability in an official proceeding or investigation in Manchester between approximately December 7th, 2019 and March 4th, 2020. Abuse of corpse for purposely and unlawfully removing, concealing, or destroying the corpse of Harmony Montgomery or any part thereof in Manchester between approximately December 7th, 2019 and March 4th, 2020, and tampering with witnesses or informants for purposely attempting to induce or otherwise cause Kayla Montgomery to testify or inform falsely in Manchester between approximately December 7th, 2019 and January 4th, 2022. Mr. Montgomery is expected to be arraigned on these charges in Hillsborough County Superior Court, Northern District in Manchester tomorrow, October 25th, 2022. While today's arrest is a major step in this investigation, there is much work to come. The charges and allegations against Adam Montgomery are merely accusations, and he is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That said, today I do want to again express my deepest sympathies to Harmony's family, friends, and loved ones. We understand that today's news, while significant for purposes of this investigation, is yet another difficult moment for those who loved Harmony and those who have followed this case. Our hearts go out especially to Harmony's family. My office will continue to provide whatever assistance we can through our Office of Victim Witness Assistance as they deal with these difficult moments. In a moment, I'm going to turn it over to Manchester Police Chief Alan Aldenberg, but once again, before I do, I want to extend my sincere thanks to the chief and the entire team at the Manchester Police Department for the time and dedication and professionalism that they've put into this case and their relentless pursuit for justice on behalf of Harmony and those who knew and loved her. Chief.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. I'm Alan Aldenberg, the Chief of Police for the Manchester Police Department. This morning at approximately 10:30 a.m., Adam Montgomery was transported to the Manchester Police Department. He was booked in on the charges of second-degree murder, falsifying physical evidence, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with a witness. The booking process was completed without incident, and he was then transported back to the Hillsborough County House of Correction. Although we are all pleased that we were able to bring forth these charges, they are of no solace to myself, the detectives behind me, who have worked tirelessly on this investigation, and more importantly, they bring no solace to the loved ones of Harmony Montgomery and her family and friends. Again, I want to take a moment to publicly thank the detectives and the New Hampshire Attorney General's office for their unwavering commitment and devotion to this investigation. Specifically behind me, in no particular order, Captain Sean Layton, Captain Matt LaRochelle, Detective Jack Dunleavy, Detective Scott Riley, Detective Max Rayhill, Deputy U.S. Marshal Billy Tufts, a couple more in the back of the room, Lieutenant Georgioulis, Detective Davenport, and Detective Coswick as well. Many, many people have sought justice for Harmony, and they are unmatched in their tenacity and their professionalism. Every single one of you has been the voice of Harmony and seeking justice for her. Said I wasn't going to do it. Has been your single motivation and number one priority for the past 10 months. I also want to thank your families who've also had to endure the long hours, missed family events, and all the sadness that this investigation has brought. As I had before, I want to personally acknowledge Senior Assistant Attorney General Jesse O'Neill and Benegatti. These two gentlemen are steady, professional, compassionate, and the ultimate pursuers of justice for Harmony. I'm certain that the charges that we have brought forward today will garner additional discussion, speculation, and undoubtedly will elicit a wide range of emotions from the public. I ask that in memory of Harmony, that we all make every effort to do something nice for a child today. I know of no other way. I know of no other way to respect and honor this innocent and defenseless child than to extend an act of kindness to another child in her memory. Just take a few moments out of your day to say something nice to a child. Give him or her a hug, some special words of encouragement. Give them an extra hug, or just simply tell them that you love them and that you'll always protect them. I want to emphasize that our work is not finished. and that the gentleman with me today will not stop until this case is brought the appropriate resolution. As always, I encourage members of the public to continue to use the dedicated tip line should they have any information at all that would assist us in the investigation. Again, that dedicated tip line is 603-203-6060. I'll say it again. That number is 603-203-6060, and that phone line is manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Again, thank you all for being here today. I will now hand it back to the Attorney General for some closing comments. General.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you again to you and your team for all of the work that you put into this case and for the work yet to come. We have a lot of work ahead, but we will continue our work to seek justice for Harmony and all those who loved her. Before I close, I do want to acknowledge the work of our team at the Attorney General's office, especially Senior Assistant Attorney General Jesse O'Neill, who's been on this case from the beginning, and Senior Assistant Attorney General and Homicide Unit Chief Ben Agati. Both have worked closely and tirelessly with Chief Aldenburg and the Manchester Police Department in this investigation. And again, there is much more work to come. As to any further specifics or questions about the nature of evidence in this case, due to the fact that we now have pending charges against Mr. Montgomery, we're unable to make further comments at this time. Additional information will be made available through court filings and in court proceedings as the case moves forward. Thank you for your time.
Oh, that's heavy.
Ooh, y'all. That got me. Welcome, Valerie. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm sorry, Valerie. That got me.
Oh, sorry. Val, I should have warned you. I know it's tough.
Thank you for becoming. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it over here. Whew. So at the end of the day, this, in my opinion, was not law enforcement's fault. They were made aware of this and they were 2 years behind. Right. Whereas CPS and Adam and Kayla, they all had a hand in this.
I agree with you. You could tell just by their demeanor and what they're feeling that what they've discovered, uncovered is hit home. You know, they have families of their own, and it's impossible to think that it's not even made aware that a child is missing to law enforcement till 2 years later. Like, I feel like she was failed by CPS so bad.
I do too. 100%.
And I was kind of going through the older stuff where I guess neighbors were calling in CPS because they kept hearing different things, from the bruises on the kids to hearing the dog whining. Like apparently the dog was no longer around after Harmony. So I mean, this is very violent and it's awful.
Yep. Yeah. This comment, I don't understand how Kayla wouldn't be worried for her own children's safety, and dude was super violent. I agree, and I believe, this is just my opinion, this is just speculation, this is not facts. I could 100% be wrong, but he was probably abusive with Kayla also. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I could see that, and it's unfortunate. So what we know is Harmony's mom was in a rehabilitation facility, and then Adam, her dad, got custody. He's been using and moving around, and she had a half brother from her mom, and he got adopted into a good family. Like they would have adopted Harmony, but Adam wanted Harmony. And Adam went on to, with his former wife, have 2 more half siblings. And just some of the stories I was reading about where she was afraid to make too much noise or he would punish her. And then as a punishment, she had to like use her toothbrush to clean the toilet.
Yes, like
I mean, disgusting.
extreme punishments. I have a whole playlist on my channel. I don't even know how many videos are in there. I'm really curious now. All about Harmony. There is 6 videos.
Well, y'all go check those out if you haven't yet.
Yes.
They're really good.
And I'm trying to see the first one that I covered. January 7th, 2022, which is right around the time she was first reported missing. And when I saw that she hasn't been seen for 2 years, I was like, what? Excuse me? How can a child just not be seen for 2 years and then all of a sudden they get reported missing? How is that even possible?
It's crazy. So she was originally in Minnesota, right? And then they moved to New Hampshire. Is that what happened?
Was it Minnesota?
But
It was oh my gosh.
like he stayed on the move.
Yeah, they've lived in a few places. What? Does anybody know?
Rhode Island, Candace said.
Was it Rhode? It was somewhere around there. Guys, it's been so long.
I know. I'm sorry to put you on spot. Did you want to read the court documents?
Oh yeah, let me read those. Massachusetts. Oh, I can't say that state for the life of me.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
If anybody has seen, oh my gosh, if y'all go even watch my Harmony playlist, y'all will understand how hard it is for me to say that state. My husband's over here laughing at me because he knows the struggle.
Oh my gosh.
I have to really concentrate when I say it. Massachusetts.
Still can't do it.
I did it.
Okay.
Sir. Okay. I cannot for the life of me. Don't know why. All right. So this is, I guess, Kayla's testimony. I'm not going to be able to see the comments. Yeah, see, people remember. Now comes the state of New Hampshire by and through its attorneys, the Office of the Attorney General, and hereby objects to the defendant's motion to preclude testimony of Kayla Montgomery as grounds. Therefore, the state submits the follows. Facts. The defendant is facing multiple charges of armed career criminal, felon in possession, theft, and receiving stolen property. These charges related to allegations of the defendant stealing / possessing a rifle and a shotgun in approximately September to October 2002. Y'all, what is wrong? 2019. It is anticipated that at trial, multiple individuals will testify that they witnessed the defendant with the 2 firearms at his residence on Guilford Street in Manchester at approximately October 2019. Jury selected is scheduled for November 7th, 2022. Coming up. So I will be going live about all this coming up too, just to let y'all know. The defendant's wife, Kayla Montgomery, is also charged with receiving stolen property related to the same rifle and shotgun. Discovery previously provided to the defendant contains the basis for Kayla being charged with receiving stolen property. One individual, Kevin LaBelle, told police that he believed Kayla definitely knew the defendant had stolen firearms. LaBelle said that Kayla... Hold on. I'm going.
Oh, sorry. My internet keeps messing up.
Oh, no, you're good. Okay. It's real small.
It is small.
I need some glasses, y'all.
I have mine on and I'm like staring like
It's hard. No, Dusty, yours are way too thick. Okay. Said Kayla was walking in and out of the living room while he and the defendant were talking about the firearms. He said that Kayla clearly saw the firearms and the defendant was openly talking about the firearms being hot, which can be a slang term for stolen. Another individual, Michael Sullivan, told police that Kayla was present in the room at 77 Guilford Street with Sullivan and the defendant when the defendant had a rifle and a shotgun. Sullivan said the defendant was openly talking about firearms. Third individual, Tara Hilbert, told police that the defendant had spoken to her about selling firearms, including a rifle, out of his house, which she believed was 77 Guilford Street. Hilbert said that Kayla was present for one of these conversations. Finally, the fourth individual, who was incarcerated with Kayla at the Hillsborough County House of Corrections earlier in 2022, told police about statements Kayla herself made regarding the firearms. Specifically, the individual reported that Kayla talked to them stealing firearms and selling them for substance money. Kayla said they needed money for substances and taking care of the kids. Kayla said she wasn't there when the firearms were taken, but it was Adam and a buddy who took them and brought them back to the house when she was home with the kids. Kayla made initial statements regarding her knowledge of the defendant and firearms in March and May of 2022. In contrast to the information from multiple individuals described above, Kayla initially disclaimed any knowledge of the defendant having firearms. On June 3rd, 2022, Kayla was arrested for 2 charges of perjury based on statements that she had made in prior testimony before the grand jury for Hillsborough County Northern District, the same day she agreed to be interviewed by law enforcement. Okay. Let me get the other one.
wow.
Yeah. Is this it? I can't tell the number.
I agree, Scotty. I don't think she'll be recovered either.
Yeah, this is it.
Are you gonna come up, Scotty?
Yeah, Scotty, are you coming up?
I'm learning a little bit with you too.
Okay.
So this is kind of alluding to after the fact that she got the plea deal.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what I'm thinking it was.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like based on the press conference.
Yep. So I think it says during this interview, Kayla provided new information about the defendant and firearms, which was contrary to her initial statements, and which implicated the defendant with respect to the instant case. Also, on June 3rd, 2022, the Manchester Police Department was engaged in an ongoing investigation into the whereabouts of the defendant's daughter, Harmony Montgomery, who had last been seen in late 2019. During her June 3rd interview, Kayla reported to police that Harmony had been murdered in December 2019 by the defendant. Kayla also said the defendant had encouraged her on multiple occasions to lie to police about Harmony's whereabouts, basically giving Kayla a quote-unquote cover story and telling her that as long as she stuck to the cover story, everything would be okay. While interviewing Kayla on June 3rd, investigators attempted to keep separate the portion of the interview that focused on the defendant and firearms from the portion that focused on Harmony's murder. However, despite the investigation's efforts, there were significant bleed over between topics. And then it talks about one of the criminal rules state's witness list for trial was due on August 7th, 2022. Let me go.
So did she end up getting charged for continuing to take out the food stamps and WIC for Harmony?
I think they dropped those because they were going to go for bigger charges. And then I think she was going to get a plea deal. Last I heard, they dropped those charges for the food stamps and everything.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
In ordinance with the rule on October 7th, 2022, the state filed its witness list for trial and provided the defendant with that portion of Kayla's June 3rd interview that focused on the defendant and firearms. Okay, let me go to the next one. I uploaded these all to my computer in order and then they all scrambled up. So, love that for me.
That would totally happen to me.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, make my life harder. Thanks. Appreciate you. Your computer is supposed to make it easier.
Oh, man. You're doing the best you can.
Yep.
Are the kids feeling any better?
Yeah. Kendall ended up getting seen. Tristan did not, but Kendall's is a cold, so I'm assuming Tristan's is a cold. I gave them some Mucinex, and it seems like they're doing great.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's some upside from today.
Yeah, yes. Tristan had a nice bubble bath and some Vicks, and Kendall had a shower with some Vicks, and I think they're good.
Oh, glad to hear that. It's great news.
I know, and thank you for asking.
Yeah.
Okay, so this says argument. Rule 12 makes two references to the state's ongoing obligation to disclose discovery to the defendant. Section B7 provides for a continuing obligation to supplement discovery response on a timely manner basis, while Section B4A recognizes that could be characterized as the ultimate deadline to provide witness statements, specifically not less than 20 calendar days prior to the final pretrial conference. Section B7 does not give a definition of the word timely. Timely is generally defined with, so are they, is that, I'm confused. Is this the argument for the state? I'd assume.
Yeah.
Okay. to the extent Rule 12 set an ultimate deadline for the state to provide witness statements to the defendant. The state notes that the relevant portion of Kayla Montgomery's June 3rd interview was provided to the defendant within that deadline. Therefore, the state argues that its provision was timely, and consequently, there is no basis to preclude Kayla's testimony at trial. In the alternative, assuming without conceding that providing Kayla's June 3rd interview on October 7th was a discovery violation, Rule 12 includes a section of the remedies. If at any time during the proceedings it is brought to the attention of the court that has a party failed to comply with this rule, the court may take such action as it deems just under the circumstances, including but not limited to ordering the party to provide the discovery not previously providing, granting a continuance of the trial or hearing, and or prohibiting the party from introducing the evidence not where did it go? There it is. Not disclosed. Okay, hold on. Let me share.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. That was faster than last time, guys. Progress. Okay. Not disclosed and accessing cost and attorney's fees against the party or counsel who has violated the terms of this rule. Rule 12b9 of these remedies, the state suggests that the appropriate remedy would be to grant a continuance. The state asserts that the October 7th disclosure of Kayla's June 3rd interview was not some sort of scheme to gain an unfair advantage over the defendant. Instead, the October 7th disclosure was intended to balance the state's desire to protect the Harmony Montgomery investigation with the ultimate deadline for witness statements in the case set rule by 12b4a. As noted above, Kayla's June 3rd interview complied information relevant to the instant case with information relevant to the ongoing investigation of the whereabouts of Harmony Montgomery. This put the state in the position of either disclosing the defendant that Kayla had agreed to be interviewed and had told police that he murdered Harmony, or keeping this information confidential. An important factor in this balance is that Kayla had also told police about the defendant engaging in witness tampering towards her regarding her knowledge of Harmony's murder. The state notes that only pre-justice and the defendant identifies in his motion is that he already had a set trial strategy on October 7th, which he claims Kayla's June 3rd interview changed dramatically. This pre-justice, same thing, whatever. This pre-justice can be cured by giving the defendant time to adapt his trial strategy to inform in the Kayla's June 3rd interview. See State versus Sticknicky. Okay. Noting that a discovery violation by the state can be cured by giving the defendant more time to prepare to confront evidence against him. Where additional time will cure the prejudice claimed by the defendant, it is not necessary to extend to got it.
You got it, girl. You're doing great.
Thanks. You're doing
It's
great.
very helpful.
Okay. I feel like the rest is just mumbo jumbo, to be
Yeah,
completely honest
they're
with
going to be referencing cases.
you. Yep.
Yeah, it's how they could be able to go with those charges is because of precedent cases like that. That's what they're doing.
Yep. That's exactly what they're doing. But this is all actually, if you go to, and I've linked her Facebook group in my videos of her from the past. And it's, what is it? Harmony Montgomery. It's a group by True Crime Sisters.
Oh, that's a good group.
Oh, I love them. I talk a lot with one of the main people in that group. She's amazing. She's such a kind soul. I'm going to put it in the Discord so maybe you can share it in chat, because I don't think it will let me go on there.
I'm not a mod, so I won't be able to.
Oh, shoot. Let me... I wonder if I can go into my video and put it from my phone. Let's see. There we go. Okay, that's the Facebook group, and this report is all there. Like, literally everything you need pretty much is in that group, if y'all wanted to look at it. But the rest of it just talks about about the interview that she did, confessing all this. I did read somewhere that he like struck her multiple times in the head.
Yes.
Where did I see that at?
I think it was in the press conference.
Yeah.
Yeah. It said, I guessing that she succumbed to her injuries, and
yes,
she's not found, and they used DNA evidence from the refrigerator of their former home.
And see, they took carpet, wall, board, refrigerator. They took all that. So that's why it makes me think if they did find anything luminol testing in the Quentin Simon case at the house, they would have definitely taken that with them.
I agree with you.
They wouldn't have just left it there, you know?
And they digged up a backyard, didn't they? But it was just a dog.
Yes. Yep. They have looked under, like in the sewage. They've looked under the roads. They've looked everywhere for this little girl. I don't understand what he did with her. And it's like, if Kayla knew all this, he didn't tell her where he put her. Like, she doesn't know where she is. At least say where she is and give her a proper resting place.
Well, she might not like know or remember if they were using.
Well, I mean, she remembered all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully she doesn't remember, and that's why she's not saying. But I would hope if she had any amount of remorse that she would say where that baby is if she knows.
I would hope so too. I mean, I think Harmony needs to be laid to rest and already had a rough life.
Right. And she knew that this whole time and didn't say anything about it until she was offered a plea deal. So she went over 2 years knowing this information, knowing what happened to Harmony, not saying a word.
It's complete bullshit. Sorry.
It is. And she's a mom too. Exactly, Candace. She is a mother.
Yeah.
That shares a kid with Adam, from what I'm aware of.
Yeah, I think she had like 2
Kids.
brothers, right? 2 half brothers.
Yep. And you feel comfortable letting him be around your babies? I'd be like, I've got to go. Unless she was just scared. I don't know. It's
I
just,
wonder what his deal was with Harmony, though. Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
Like, usually dads are like really protective of their daughters.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what doesn't make sense to me. And then everybody's like, no, well, it's not going to make sense. He's been using and this and that. I'm like, well, still.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not going to make sense. And I hate to say that, and it sucks. But this is why when a child is in foster care and there's reasons for it, like, they need to be on top of it and they need to check on those babies. They don't need to just hand over them, make sure they do classes, and okay, you're scot-free. No offense, Scott, if you're watching. Still.
I think they have to raise the standards, right?
Yes, they need to do, I don't care, substance testing on those parents still. They need to do weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, I don't care, however many weekly checks they need to do on them. Make sure they're enrolled in school. Make sure they're doing doctor's visits. Like, they need to make sure they're doing all these things. There are so many kids. Oakley, like, she was another one that went forever without getting reported missing.
Oh, and the one that just got, released today, or the stuff they released today with Cairo that was in the suitcase. Nobody reported him missing.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Like,
what's wrong with these parents? Sorry.
Sometimes they don't need to be parents, unfortunately, and I hate to say that, but it's true. You cannot tell me that he was meant to be a parent or that Chris Watts was meant to be a parent. Like,
it's a privilege to be a parent.
It is. You have to be one messed up person in a horrible headspace to be able to do that to your baby.
Yeah, I don't know. And I feel like the emphasis in this case where they said like repeated blows to the head, like, I mean, you couldn't stop yourself. Like, it shouldn't even happen to begin with. Like, oh, I just want to protect all these babies.
I do too. Yeah, everybody failed Harmony. Everybody failed Harmony. Law enforcement, I do have to say, is probably the only person in this case that has not failed Harmony so far. Hopefully we can get a conviction. But it still has to go to court. You know what I mean?
I don't, yeah.
I really do think they've got Kayla's witness as a witness of what he did. They have evidence, and I feel like it's not just circumstantial evidence. So I think that's going to help out a lot.
Yeah, definitely biological.
Yeah.
I know this is going to sound like really crazy, but I really wish they could have something where it's a kind of like nationally run like organization where they can track your social security of your child where they're enrolled in case there is any cases where a parent takes off and you can find them if they try to enroll them. I understand people can make fake social security cards, but like getting just to check a database like and see if they've been around and finding out 2 years later that it is what you thought, that they're gone, like,
right.
I mean, that could have alerted law enforcement a lot quicker. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I have tried to look at Crystal's side, the biological mom, because she did lose custody of Harmony because of substance abuse, but she had apparently turned her life around. And I think really all she did was like smoke some green. And I don't care about that. To me, that is legal in so many states. Like, that's not an issue to me. I do not think of that like as anything hard. You know what I mean? So
Agreed.
she got clean of all the hard stuff. And she was trying to keep in contact with Harmony. And then it's like it abruptly stopped. And then she tried to reach out to CPS and law enforcement, and nobody was listening. She wrote the mayor a letter. So when you're a mom that loses custody and you're in a different state, I feel like they just don't take you seriously, especially when you have the rap sheet that Crystal had.
Yeah, it starts the cloud of prejudgment.
Yes.
And that's a shame, because I guarantee you there's a lot more addicts out there that may or may not have been treated or in trouble with the law that you don't even know about. You know, everybody's got their past.
Yep.
And she did seem to really care. I mean, could you imagine if her half brother, like his adoptive family, could have gotten to Harmony quicker? I mean,
Yep.
had they known.
And that's the thing. She was okay with them adopting Harmony because they were willing to actually have a relationship with Crystal and her. You know what I mean? They talked to Crystal. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I honestly, I don't. Adam can go to HE double hockey sticks for all I care.
yeah. Oh, Dusty said, would you say, I hope he gets passed around that jail? He will. I'm
Yeah.
sure he will.
I was telling Michael, my husband, about it before we got on, and he was like, "What?" He's like, "This happened?" I was like, "Yes." And he's like, "He's gonna get taken care of where he goes." I was like, "I hate to wish harm upon people, but evil people, you know,
They
I don't know."
deserve what's coming to them. I believe.
Yeah.
Karma, whatever you want to call it. You reap what you sow. You put out what you give in. You know what I mean? Like, I believe all that.
Do you know where by chance like her half brothers went that were Kayla and Adams? Like I've never heard that. I was
I
curious.
don't remember if CPS took them or if Kayla's mom took them.
I hope they're in a good place in love.
I do too. But I don't remember.
I feel like there was just a lot of stuff scattered in this one, so you weren't getting like a lot of updates like real time.
Yeah.
And that's what I was finding when like trying to like research it a little bit, like through the news sites, and it was very spotty.
Oh, it is, yeah.
And started very late.
Yep, it did. That's the thing. Like, that's the hard thing that law enforcement had to do, which I commend them for. They had a 2-year delay. That's not like a missing person when law enforcement is like, oh, I don't believe they're missing. And okay, I'm going to take it seriously 7 days into it. And even then you're like 7 days, like you are 7 days behind. No, 2 years, 2 years. Like you get that and you're almost like, where do we even begin? Where do we start? I can't imagine how they felt when they got that case.
I mean, they're heartbroken. I see. I never thought that he sold her.
No,
because that was one of the theories.
Maybe it could have been a possibility, but then the more and more that I just sat with it and dug into and looked at it and watched the interviews over and over, and I just felt like she wasn't here anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I felt the same.
Overwhelming for them. Yeah, Harmony could have reminded him of Crystal. That is 100% could have been, you know?
Yeah. I think we start to see that underlining of despising your ex more and taking it out on your child, that it's been more prevalent. And maybe because we have the means of technology and communication to share stories now
Right.
and see them from a larger, regional, area. But that's really telling to me. Like, I don't know, whenever I went through my divorce, like I tried to make sure that we were in the best place to be good friends and co-parent together. And even if I was frustrated with him, I would never take it out on my daughter. And I see
Yeah.
every bit of him in her. She looks just like him.
Right. And even still, you couldn't imagine,
Yeah. I mean, even if somebody did something so awful to me, I mean, that's still my blood. I would never want to hurt him.
Right. Would they have released the info if Adam did? I don't think they would anything, just because they're minors and they're not, I guess, directly. I don't know, unless it came out during trial.
I'm wondering if they're going to televise more of it.
I know, I'm wondering that too. Okay, go lay down.
Love you.
I love you, baby. Sweet
Well,
dreams.
girl, I appreciate you sharing this with me. I actually need to go put my littles to bed.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna get off here. I didn't want this live to be too long just because of replay purposes, and it's late. I'm gonna get ready for my video that I have planned to go up on Friday.
Awesome. Well, can't wait to see it, girl.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you being on, beautiful. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. I love you. I'm going to jump off and let you say your goodbyes and good night, and hope your family feels better soon.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Bye. So, yeah, y'all, I cannot. Kendall. I was trying to see what Rachel said here.
Kendall, hello.
I don't have any answers.
No. No whining. Did he take everything out? Sophia, wouldn't surprise me. Thank you, Candace. Thank you, Rachel. All right, guys. Well, I will, unless we hear an update about like something significant with Quentin or Harmony or Debbie or anything, I will see y'all in Friday's pre-recorded video. I'm planning to have that out at 4 p.m., but always check my community tab to get y'all updated. I will let y'all always know over there on the time that it's going to go out, and just as we go along. And also on my Instagram, if you're not following me on there, Crimetimewithmal, I let y'all have updates also on there. So give this video a thumbs up. Join the membership if you can. If you cannot, that's okay. I still love you with all my heart. And thank you, everyone. I hope your name is Kaylee. Is that it? I'm nervous to pronounce it every time I see it. Shorty, Erica, Sophia, Candace, Scott, thank you. You got to join next time. We got to still get together on the Missing Monday, Milk Carton Monday thing. Candace, Rachel, good night, everyone. I hope y'all have a good night. Good night, Death Doula. Y'all are awesome. Mods, members, viewers, all y'all. I appreciate every single one of you. And I will see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.